My name is Grace. Bruce, my husband, left us home and traveled on a business trip. That night, yes, I remembered that night. We were attacked by armed men. I was raped by two of them. To me, it wasn't rape. I loved it. I wanted it. Something Bruce couldn't do. They helped him do it so perfectly. My sons, Jason and Jack, watched me moan and asked for more. It is not my fault entirely. Bruce has to be blamed for this. He couldn't perform well in bed. This act caused me my marriage. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, do well to subscribe and hit on notifications. To all my returning subscribers, thank you for always watching my videos. Bruce and I met in college, two ambitious kids chasing degrees in business, both hungry for success. He had this calm confidence about him, like the world couldn't shake him. I had the drive, the spark. Together, we made a powerful pair. We graduated, got married, started climbing the ladder in Washington's business world. Everything moved fast. We built our careers and our reputations side by side, step for step, like a well-oiled machine. We bought a home in a quiet but affluent neighborhood in D.C., where the houses were lined with hedges and everyone waved like they knew you. We had two beautiful boys, Jason and Jack. And from the outside, we were the American dream. Smart, clean, elegant. And for a while, I believed that too. But there's something people don't tell you about building a perfect life. Sometimes you lose yourself inside it. Bruce was the type who always kept his suit jacket on, even at home. Work never really stopped for him. I understood it because I was like that once too. But somewhere along the way, the spark between us dimmed. We talked about business, about the kids, about news, but not about each other. Not deeply, not intimately. We shared a bed, yes, but there were nights, so many of them, when I felt like a ghost lying beside him. He didn't touch me the way he used to. First, I thought maybe it was stress. Then I started to believe it was me, that maybe I changed, maybe I wasn't desirable anymore. I bought new lingerie, I dropped hints, I tried everything. But his eyes never lingered, his hands never reached. It hurt more than I admitted. I still loved him. I truly did. He was loyal in his own way, dedicated, focused, a good father. But love without passion is like a song without melody. It plays in your head, but it doesn't stir your soul. I became used to silence. I dressed up for client meetings, not for him. I got my hair done and wore perfume, but it wasn't for anyone in particular. Just for myself to remind me that I was still a woman, one who once knew what it was like to be wanted, touched, seen. Jason, our oldest, had Bruce's mind. Always curious, always questioning. Jack, the younger one, had my heart. Sensitive, soft-spoken. They kept me grounded. They made everything feel worth it. But deep inside, there was this quiet hunger I couldn't name. A longing that didn't go away, no matter how many smiles I wore or checklists I completed. Still, I never thought about betrayal. Not from me, not from him. I was raised to be strong, proud, loyal. I took vows seriously. Even if the fire had cooled, I stayed until that night. But I'll get to that. For now, just understand this. I didn't go looking for what happened. I didn't ask for it, but when it came, it cracked something open in me. A part I'd locked away long ago. And once it opened, nothing was ever the same again. It was a Wednesday, a day like any other. The sky was gray, typical for Washington this time of year. Damp air, leaves blowing across the driveway. Richie had an early flight to Chicago. He packed light as always. His suits were pressed, his cologne faint but familiar. We barely exchanged words over breakfast. Don't forget Jason's science project is due Friday, I reminded him. He nodded. I'll be back Thursday night. Should be an easy trip. Then he kissed my cheek a quick cold goodbye. No, just like a businessman checking out of a hotel. I watched him pull out of the driveway and vanish into traffic. I felt nothing. The rest of the day moved slowly. I helped Jason with homework, cleaned the kitchen, folded laundry. Jack drew superheroes in his sketch pad. The boys had dinner, took their showers, and were upstairs watching cartoons by 9 o'clock. The house was quiet. That's when I heard it. The knock at the door. It wasn't gentle. It was fast, hard, urgent. 3 raps, then silence. I frowned, wiped my hands, and walked toward the entrance. I peeked through the side window. 5 men, masks, gloves, guns. My breath caught in my throat. Before I could react, the door slammed open. Splinters flying wood cracking. I screamed. One of them shouted, "Get down! Where's the money?" Another pushed me to the floor. My head hit the edge of the table. Everything spun. I shouted for the boys, told them to stay upstairs, locked the door, not to move. The men tore through the house, drawers flipped, cabinets crashed open. One of them found the safe under the stairs. I gave them the code. What else could I do? I was terrified. Not for me, for my children. Then came the moment I still don't fully understand. 2 of them stayed with me in the living room. One stood by the door, the other watched me. "You got a husband?" he asked, voice muffled through the mask. "Yes," I said. He looked me over slow and bold. "Bet he don't treat you right." I said nothing. Then he knelt beside me, touched my shoulder. I flinched but didn't pull away. His hand moved down my arm, testing me. The fear in me twisted, grew strange, and then the other one joined. My robe had slipped open. Their eyes burned. Their hands took. I could have screamed again. I should have. But something in me froze and something else. Something buried deep opened. I'm not proud of this. I'm not pretending it was okay. But the truth is, I didn't resist. Their touch was violent, but it was real. It made me feel real. My body responded in ways I didn't expect. Heat rushed where shame should have sat. My mind screamed, but my skin begged. I had lived for so long without being touched, without being wanted, that even this chaos felt like oxygen in a vacuum. When it was over, they left just as suddenly as they came. The house was a mess. My robe was torn. My legs trembled as I stood. The boys didn't come downstairs. They never saw a thing. I walked to the bathroom, locked the door, and stared at myself in the mirror. I didn't see a victim. I saw a woman who had longed for something, anything to make her feel alive again. And that was the beginning of the end. Have you ever imagined yourself in this kind of situation? What did you do about it? Subscribe to this channel and hit on notifications for more interesting stories like this.